everybody, it's me, Ashley Brooke, and I wanted to talk about being autistic and it not being acknowledged growing up, not being diagnosed. And I mean, it can be like not being diagnosed, but your family members still are like aware and notice and are sensitive to the differences. And then there's not being diagnosed and your family, not being aware, which makes it very hard to keep up. And then there's where your family was told and referrals were made, and the steps were taken by the professionals that noticed, but your family heard the information and chose to do nothing about it. There's a difference for all three of those. I feel that it definitely makes a difference. And I want to talk about like the most important factors of all this. It's really important. And if your parents don't get it, eventually they will, or eventually you'll be able to, work past it and then grow up and get out of the house and be able to live life how you need to live life. And if your parents were told and warned and aware, and they chose to just be like, oh no, that sounds like too much work, just put them wherever to where it can be as easy as possible for us. That's bad too. But even that you can survive. It'll be hurtful, and you'll go through it, and it'll suck. I went through that. It actually made me very strong. Not saying that was like, it was a blessing the way that God turned it into a blessing, but it was very hurtful throughout my entire childhood. But what I want to focus on is the most important part is that an autistic person understands that they are autistic and they understand what autism is. I've talked to several people already, and they tell me that they don't know what autism is, but they're autistic. They say, I haven't really done the research yet. I haven't really understood or figured it out fully yet. That is really important. Like that they need to understand they're autistic. Most of my childhood, I kind of dealt with all the abuse and all the discrimination, but what I didn't understand for a very long time is that the reason they were being mean to me and the reason they were pushing me away, the reason why nobody hung out with me and my family didn't really want me around was because I was autistic, and I didn't know that for a very long time. I thought they just didn't like me because of me. And I mean, and in a sense, that's true, because autism is a big part of me. It's the way I process, the way I see the world. So, it's very important for an autistic person to feel empowered and understand how their brain works. Understand the benefits of being autistic. Understand the challenges and where they'll have to learn to manage it. Where they can be they can be the most that they can be, and and reach their purpose. Autistic people are very gifted, and I feel that the stigma of society that we have trouble with our social anxiety is partially, I feel like it might get worse or it feels like it's worse, is because they don't understand their autism. They don't understand the plus side. They're just feeling like, oh my God, I'm different. As soon as they do find out, they're just like, oh my God, and they shut down. I think it's very important that you guys understand, how great and how much of a tool, the analytical mind can be. The analytical processing, that is what autism is. That's what makes us different from neurotypicals, is that we use the analytical part of our brain. And we are really awesome at solving problems and research and learning things, and we have a gift, we have emotional awareness like no one, okay? We are aware of everything, we pick up on all emotions. It's just, we need to be more of leaders. We need to be leaders. Don't let the world, because they seem to be talking loud and seem like they have confidence, they don't know what the hell they're doing. We're actually the ones with brains. We're the ones with brains. Yeah, my daughter gave this to me. I don't know what had in my head. I started laughing and I saw it. But it's so true. Okay. And it's very important for us to know, like, areas that we need to watch with ourselves. See, most of my childhood and even adulthood, I was very kind, very nice, and I was wanting to blend and make friends. And a lot of times I thought that people were my friends when they weren't. And my boundaries were pretty poor. I didn't understand that because I lacked family. And then friends, when they were nice, I was like, oh, okay, they're nice. And I would just, treat them like family because I didn't have any family. And I'm pretty sure a lot of autistic people can relate with that, We want to be kind because we want to feel accepted and have a sense of belonging and more so because a lot of us, our families, don't even accept us. So, unfortunately, that's true. That's statistics, okay? And I feel like, when we're in our youth, if we don't have the right support with empowered, like other autistic people that are empowered, we're going to feel vulnerable. We're going to feel very vulnerable, and we're going to try to, and we're going to think that we're doing it right. We're going to, drink alcohol. We're going to do certain things just to be invited, be part of. And in reality, it's like, if you didn't have that drink, would you want to be there? No. Would you be want to go out? And what I know, and they're like, well, that's why we do those things, so that we can be able to blend and be people want us around. But it's like, I don't want, not anymore. It's like, I didn't know that I was doing that when I was doing that at the time. But if it is not something that we want to do, and we are drinking and having to do things just to be able to cope with it, it means that we don't enjoy it. And we don't need to go along and pretend like we enjoy things that we don't, just so people can, accept us? They don't accept us anyways, those people. They end up using us. They end up pretending to be our friends. We're very serious and literal, and we think they are our friends when they say they are. And they have other hidden agendas. So I feel that it's like, why are we doing that? Why are we doing that? Because we don't have to be alone. Wouldn't it be easier if we just found people that were like us, that understood us? I think that we need to start, being proud of being autistic. I think that we need to start, sharing our autism, sharing our differences, so that we can see. So if I'm in a workplace and there's other autistic adults here, and that's a possibility for me to make some friends or connections, and they never talk about their autism, and they stay quiet, they don't talk to me about their autism, I will not know that they're there. So I feel it's important for us to be bold and be proud and be expressive and share that we are autistic, so that we can know where we are, where our other autistic, fellow members are. Where are they? I want to know where all the other autistics are, so that I can know and feel comfortable, like, okay, there's, I'm not the only one in the room that is autistic, so I can feel more comfortable to be me, I just feel that it's important for us to support each other, and for us to accept and we've been letting the world tell us who we are and how we should be, and correct that, and be normal, act normal. Look who's telling us this. Consider your source. Have you seen the rest of the world lately? The world has gone to shit. People are pretty stupid. Even people that have professional jobs are pretty stupid. You can't even follow through with them. So it's like, why do we need to be like them? We had it right the first time, just being us. So I think that everybody that's autistic should really be proud of who you are and share it. Who cares? Who cares? If they don't like it, I met someone the other day, and I told them I'm autistic, and they just walked away. And I was laughing. I wasn't even bothered by it. I was like, you're uneducated. You're an uneducated fool. That was funny. That person could not even handle saying enough. They didn't even know how to communicate at that point when they heard I was autistic. I was like, wow, anything scares you, huh? Lame ass. He was ugly too. Just saying. So everybody that's autistic, please